Chris James.
Who that?
Chris James.
What man, Sir Q?
Chris James.
You.
I ask you something.
Yeah.
Does Brett have a motive to want to unalive Niah?
Yes, Sir Q.
Does Brett have motive to unalive Niah? Is there a motive there?
He asked for $1 million.
He asked for $1 million.
Yeah.
And Niah then decides that I'm going to take with himself instead of the $1 million. What happened?
Yes, just 3.
Where you say Niah him run away because of $1 million?
Right. And then what happened?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then Niah come back in our place.
Why did he come back?
Can maybe my brother have understanding?
No, you forget the mother and father are gonna feel it.
You what?
You forget the message that Brett did put out after that? So man have to forward back. Or a war them a pre. Mother and father are gonna get it. Carry mother and
no,
father.
He never say get it. He never
say that, but we didn't have to say that, but we know it.
No, I put no words in nobody.
You ain't got to. I'll do it. I'll put him in. I'll open your motherfucker.
Yeah, you can do that.
Stuff that bitch in there. So now,
yeah, you can't talk that. I'm not. Me never hear him say that.
So he said he in some. As the motherfucker run over them parents. The motherfucker run over them parents. What that mean, Christians? So them parents is gonna be in danger. So let's not play the games, okay? So mother and father will get it. So now, since them have families back in the place, it makes sense for them to forward back, right? Alright, so now that them forward back now, Brett now once again have them right where he wanted, because that was the problem he had. He didn't want them leaving the lane where he cannot keep eyes on them and to know what them what them are do. Them good all arms up and a pre-war for comeback on him as according to Brett, right?
Yeah.
So all of this is just last year. All of this was just happening last year. Just several months before Niah dropped. Right? So now, what's the likelihood that a nigga would just drop all of that and say forget everything? I mean, you come this far. You already took a shot at him already, right? That Mossad prevented, right? Because remember them said Brett met off of them at the car wash already. Brett sent man to them at the car wash, and we have a couple people we have a couple people confirming it and so forth, right? All right. And so now, here we are, we forward back down now. Brett hot on them trail now. Last year, all the last year. Brett hot on the trail. And things are going for Brett. All the last year, things are going good and bad for Brett, you know. Brett will get stabbed up, and then next Brett will get slapped with, right? So, Brett is in the mix of things. Things is hot for him, you know. And all of what he's into have to do with Ponton Lane. And I fired him there. Now, it turned out say all of what him have to do with Ponton Lane is focused on the one Niah gang, no one else, no other crew, nobody else. And every time we hear, it's not.
So Niah was the uncle. So Uncle Niah was the uncle enemy of in the lane at that time.
The one focused on. Don't know if it was the only enemy, but Niah was the one he was. But Niah was the one that he was focused on last year. You know what I'm saying? He was headstrong on Niah gotta go. Niah gotta be the example. So he was really focused and zoomed in on Niah last year, locked into him, because every move that Niah made had. Brett made and everything to get Niah. You see me? Steersa addressed Brett on live, asking him, yo, you never said and tell me them things that my youth a rifleman I go pull up if you don't get the mill? And Brett admit to it, say but I just sham them the middle run. right? Right? So Brett admitted to that. This is all last year, just months before Niah dropped, right? All them sitting here go on. Then now we hear, although we hear it late, we have to put it in this time spot, right? Niah would get a next message now, where Brett again said him want the 2 mil. Say he want $1 million apiece. And Niah's response was, bullet. Right? This is happening last year. Now let me ask you something. You are the done. Me are the done. And you in the garrison. Now you're in the same garrison. Me are done in the garrison though. And me son come to you and say, yo, yes, so some things are going on for you right now. You see up on the TikTok I go on with the damn thing. Yes, so you buy a car. Yo, watch out.
So who was the done? So who
Well,
was the done?
listen to me. Listen. We don't even need to go there. Let's not blur that. Let's walk these dogs. Bread we talking about and Niah interaction. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Bread is coming at Niah now saying, I'm coming at you, Chris James, say, yo, yeah, y'all go on your thing on TikTok. Yo, want $1 million. Right? Want $1 million for you.
Yeah.
You take for yourself. I'm saying, hey, look, boy, I got you have to carry your mother and father in to you. And you forward back. I'm saying the next message. Yo, I'm going to get the thing up, man, yo. Send on. And then the next now message when me get back from you is, me have 2 Draco and a powder shot that wait for your comfort. Where do I go from?
That I see him time when $1 million asked for.
This is the voice note when Niah respond to him. Niah said again in sense, so it's not the first time Bird asking. This is Bird. This have to be no less than the follow-up. It could have been the 3rd or 4th time, but at least we know it was no less than the 2nd time. Because Niah said again. All right. So now, and Niah's response was 2 Draco and Pana shot comfort. Right? And this was now just months from Niah getting unalive. Just several months. Right? To how I get it, to how I understand it, is must be somewhere down in the August.
So you have the evidence, you have the proof, you see that?
Do I have what?
If you have the proof, you see the sister in August.
No, I don't. I'm telling you, it might be somewhere, if we kind of judging, estimating timeline,
yeah.
It would be somewhere down in them time they're considering going good, unaliving, and all of them things there. You understand? So irregardless, it was in our last year. Okay? Now, the message I get back from you is 2 Draco Pana shot comfort. Where do I go from there? Because I still want my $1 million. And I'm still saying your head getting bust if I don't get it. So you sent me back a message, 2 Draco Pana shot comfort. Where do I go from there? What is the next course?
We want hear the recording when that voice note first sent out.
All right.
Speculate.
All right.
We don't want to speculate.
All right. It happened last year. Period. Don't matter. We know what happened
last year. But
all right. So now,
at the same time, it could happen the same time January too.
Yeah, even if so, but from January to December, where do I go from there?
Did he say August?
All right, so he said.
Did he say August?
Did he say August? All right. So did he say August? So we're gonna put it there in August, right? That's what 3 months, so 3.5 months, so from when he dropped. So after you send me that message, send me back that message in August, considering the landscape.
So,
right?
so Sir Q, all right, Sir Q, all right. All of them know about that threat again from Argos, right? Right, Sir Q?
No, that's weird. You're just saying that. You're asking me that. How would I know that?
No, may I ask if all of them know about
No way. There's no way for us to know that. But let's.
All right. Did he know? Did he know? Right.
Right.
All right. So from did he know? Pee Wee or all of them is going to know, right?
All right. So we're assuming.
All right.
But
so
Pee Wee didn't say. Listen. All of them. Listen. All of them did admit that they knew. Pee Wee said he knew. Bubba said he knew.
Yeah.
Everybody knew.
Yeah.
Crux knew.
So on the night of the unaliving, I even know say people after them friend. Why them never stay with them friend and make sure say them friend always okay?
That's not how that go.
Because
that's not how that go.
No, I'm gonna ask.
No, we're just assuming. Okay, so we're just assuming. Because remember said, remember said, the one of them have them life to live, including niah. So
because
it wasn't at no
friend.
Listen, there was remember I said, at no point in last year we can identify a situation where these young men made a decision that this threat against you is so grave that we all need to band together like a gang, like a criminal gang, which we're not, to protect you. At no time we can point to that.
Chris James, them for no say other night that niah did go get unalive.
Exactly.
Call them and tell them say me
But
go
they never left niah no night.
alive.
They never left niah no night. From niah start with TikTok, all of them did it to niah
And that's why Ruga do it. And that's why Ruga do it. Because Ruga they watch and say niah is alone.
Nikki, we all a niah live them, all of them in them, you know.
No, all right, hold on. Let's not get. Hold on, stop. The two of them stop. Hold on. The two of them stop.
So why when that night niah is by himself?
Hold on, listen.
Hello.
Listen. Hold on, the man. Bomba cloud to the stop, the man. Yo, you're not here. You're forgetting that on that night was a party, an annual party. That. So far, we understand that everybody had decided they were going to go for the most part. And the story we're getting is that everybody was in preparation at that time. So if I was a shooter and I know this is an annual party that's going to happen, and chances are they're all going to go there, so I'm going to wait for the time when they all split up to go get ready. Pee Wee is a part of the program, right? So Pee Wee's job would be now to get niah to that spot and to send the signal that he's alone now. So if I'm the killer and I'm planning this thing here, I'm going to look at this and say tonight, that night is the best night.
I've only for drop-offs, really.
Where's that now?
Sir Q.
Yeah.
I can ask a question. All right.
Yes.
Pee Wee was part of the program, right?
I don't know.
No, but no, to me here, you like you say Pee Wee was part of the program and him signaled them. That's why I'm asking you.
I don't know.
So when you feel?
You just think, I look fit and me use other one, but me feel like, rest me like you.
I said if he was a part of the program.
Yeah. He would have to call them to come, right?
We don't fly only come on, man.
Yeah.
Pee Wee would be the man we call them the night, right?
It don't necessarily, you don't have to call them.
So how him I go signal him?
I don't know. He could touch his hat. He could touch his shoulders, his knees. I don't know. He know they all watching him on live. I don't know how it go. We wasn't here when the planning was going.
Okay. Me like that way you say. Me like that. We never did have any planning to go on.
We just trying to create the possibilities on how Crushbread was able to get to niah.
Who was bringing these youth to the party?
Which youths?
The whole of the youth them when I go. Niah was bringing them?
Don't know.
Oh. But you know what kind of trouble me. Let me tell you what me really think about some of the time. All of them will come up and have something to say. None of them never said they in a bathroom or bait to come out to go a party. Everybody who know their bar, their shop, they are so. So me not understand it.
But here for the next 2 hours. Next one I'll be here for the next hour.
Yeah.
So even though, alright.
Drive. We don't say have your own drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Drive and I'll move so.
But to my understanding, the party was in walking distance, wasn't it? The party, to my understanding, the party was in walking distance, right?
Where?
The party.
No.
Where was the party?
No.
Where was the party?
The party was before. I'll tell you a party there. You come out when you go back to Spanish Town, you have to come out a little bit. In that community, church pen.
Oh, right. So it was in a different community.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll have to jump down on taxi or bungle up in a ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but so as me I ask you now, as we did I walk it. So me I said, what's going to happen after we get back the message saying 2 Drake upon a shot come from? Where do I go from there? I'm Crushbread. Where do I go? And we all, in the 10 months, we have gotten to know who Crushbread is. So let's not act like he's an angel. Crushbread is booming out granny head. Alright. So now Crushbread booming out granny head. And make that clear. Right? No. Grandpa head. The nigga in the wheelchair getting it too. Right? So now that message reached back to me as Crushbread. Where do I go from there, Chris James? What are y'all gonna tell me say? What are you gonna convince me about now? Cause more on the 2 mil, look a pissing tail boy. Get up on my grungs, get on my place.
So who is it?
Hold on. I'm asking you, where do I go from there as Crushbread? First.
Yeah, alright. You know that position and the road and you hear about them thing there and them thing there. You must start pre him now. Yeah.
Okay, naturally now. Now we get somewhere.
Yeah.
Naturally now. Alright. And especially, remember, Crushbread and a normal rude boy. Right? So now, naturally, who the fuck him think he might talk to? Right? You never know. Alright. A mirror program. So now, watch it now. You remember from Pee Wee's interview with Yachty, you remember at the time when Pee Wee said, Biggs have all of the guns then? You remember that?
So, yeah.
And Biggs is who for brother? Crushbread brother, and then live where? Pantan Lane. And Pantan Lane, right? And
yeah. But you never hear the part when you say a Lenny, something them.
No, didn't hear that.
Lord.
He said Biggs the guns them. Big Zeb all of the guns them. And then, hold on, he was done. And then Yachty bring up Leonard name in the mix. Because Leonard name was the first. Listen, man, every time, I want you to understand this. Every time, and this is why I know this shit is bullshit. Because every time you hear Leonard name come up in the mix, is a nigga actually have to deliberately remind themselves that they have not mentioned Leonard name. But if you allow Pee-wee, hold on. At no time. No. I listened to that interview back and front. And no. Let me finish. At no time. Hold on. At no time in Pee-wee's whole spill, naturally, did he mention Leonard once. He had to be reminded that Leonard is supposed to be a part of the story. That's the difference. That's the difference in all of them. Everybody's interview who want to act like they got some kind of authority in the case, whenever you hear them explaining the case, they never mention Leonard. Leonard have to be reminded of that you're a part of the case. But when you hear their spill, naturally, Leonard is nowhere in there. Nowhere. Somebody have to cut in and say, so what about Leonard and Stain and Ray? And that's how the whole Pee-wee interview was. I listened to that shit over and over.
Yo, me gone. Cause me I'll sit
have a great day.
Me gone later.
Alright, have a great day.
What's up?
But me I call by a Chris James.
Yeah, sometimes you have to know, Chris Brown, y'all always have to, say I'm here, Chris Brown, you have to mute and make circle talk, and then we hear him say, then you talk.
And now answer for it. So I'm have to live up.
That's why I'm John. Christian them to go, man.
Chris Brown, James, yeah, hypocrite, come back here.
And no answer for it. Why talk about the shit with people? Support the live goal that same way. See the next live goal, my virgins and sisters.
I can't ring up Crush Bread seed bag.
I don't know what Crush Bread batty wall.
Just say, look, stop pick up the man. Because pick up the other day.
Listen, he gotta run, because you see, anytime you catch them this way, where you don't allow them to give the distraction argument, you get closer and closer to the perpetrator. So he realized, as we going along in our story, where so far we got our hands on bread. So as we tell the story, we got bread, because bread is the one driving. Bread near my drive it. So now we reach a certain point in the story now where it's going to be fully revealed. You can't turn back, because we couldn't have gotten this far without bread. So find an excuse and jump.
Yeah. The way I start to line when them in there with them bullshit over there. I'm right in there.
Real G, big up. Yeah.
Right. And them black mix. Yeah, so I already say my lion. Yeah, boy, a lion fucking